We are live in Cleveland, Ohio, and we are wasting no time here tonight. A man that has a lot to say, I'm sure, after the events of the last number of shows here in MAW. Hello everybody, Rich Johnson with you at ringside for what is going to be an exciting night. We'll talk about it a little more when we get a chance, but right now, a very angry World's Heavyweight Champion is on his way to the ring. A few weeks back, his arch nemesis showed up and attacked him after one of the biggest matches of his career. And then last week, his best friend knocks him out to close the show. So you got to imagine that JT has a lot on his mind, which is why we're jumping right into it here tonight instead of our usual introductions. JT is here, and like I said, he has got to have a lot to say. Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of pissed off. You know, this year, I thought I made a good turn for myself. I started a faction with some of my best friends, some of the people I mentored. I became World's Heavyweight Champion after like a decade. I got to face my own brother in Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium. That was supposed to be the biggest match of both of our careers. And it was. And what happened? What happened? That idiot Neos Diablo comes back and hits me with a pile driver. And then I come back, I decide that me and him need to settle our shit. And then what happens? He runs away. He ran away. A double count out for me and Neos? No, no way. And then my best friend punches me in the mouth and knocks me out. So what? So what, the dynasty's dead now? Is that it? My friends are no longer my friends. My enemies want to take my title. What, is Austin going to come running down here? Is Pat going to turn on me? I don't know what's going on. But I'll tell you this much. There is not a soul in MAW that's worthy of a World's Heavyweight Championship match. Not a soul. So what I'm going to do, Cleveland, is I'm going to walk that way. And then I'm going to go to the back. I'm going to walk past each and every absolute moron that works for this company. I'm going to get in my car, and I'm going to drive home all the way to Nashville. Besides, all the good sports teams are in Nashville, not Ohio. So it was nice to see you, JT. But JT, the hell is this now? That's General Manager Johnny Gomez. We don't think we've ever seen him in person here. JT. So you think you're just going to leave Cleveland and defend your title when you see fit? Well, I'll tell you what. You don't have to defend your title for the rest of the year. How's that sound? At least, that's what I'm going to tell you for now. But I am going to do my job as a general manager and make sure you do have a challenger for 2025. Because you're right, there is no clear challenger for the rest of 2024. But you mentioned all these people that you're pissed off about. Your best friends, your brother, your arch nemesis. So check this out. In January, we have a special show. You know it very well, don't you? New Year, New York. First show of the year. January 4th, January 5th, somewhere around there. On that episode, it will be Austin Anderson, Neos Diablo, Pat Ireland, and Randy Mann in a fatal four-way match to determine your very first contender of the year. What? JT, cannot believe this. Have a happy holiday, JT, and oh yeah, Happy New Year. Johnny Gomez just made a huge announcement, and it looks like JT is going to go confront him about it. What a way to kick off MAW, and we got so much more to go. What an absolutely wild start to one of the last shows of the year. Apologies, still working on making sure the cameras are good for the night. But hello again, everybody. Rich Johnson here at ringside, and you heard it. We're going to get a massive #1 contenders match at New Year, New York, which is set for January 6th, or 5th, not January 6th. That's the Raw debut on Netflix. But before we get there, we have tonight and next week. And this match, believe it or not, isn't a super random tag team match. I will get into it in just a moment. It has to do with next week's show, our last show of the year, of course, Cold Wind Blows, the special event of the year, the last special event of the year. And then January 5th, the following week, is our first show of the year, which is New Year, New York, from Madison Square Garden. So we got a lot to come here in the next 2 weeks. And like I said, I'm about to explain to you where this tag team match came from. And what a way to kick off one of the last 2 shows of the year. I have to apologize. The ring announcer won't be doing their job at the moment. Made a mistake there. They probably just aren't back yet after all that just happened. Apologies for real, everybody. I'm sorry I keep messing with the camera. I just know it's not right. Okay. But Melissa Brazil made her big return at Hail to the King and Queen. Evelyn Quinn is currently undefeated. The only current undefeated star in MAW. So next week, at Cold Wind Blows, we're getting Melissa versus Evelyn to see who walks into 2025, potentially the next #1 contender, or the first #1 contender, I should say, for Gloria Payne's Women's Championship that she won back at Hail to the King and Queen. So, we are obviously having this match to see, well, to get some sort of momentum to somebody, I suppose. Jesus, this is just not cooperating today. Here we go. And here comes the undefeated newcomer. This is a regular tag team match, which is really interesting because MAW doesn't do those anymore, but Johnny Gomez has put a 15-minute time limit on this matchup. A draw won't really mean anything since it's, it's not for any sort of tag team championship contendership. It's not, winner does this, winner does that. It's just a chance for Evelyn and Melissa to see each other up close in a tag team capacity and to give them a chance to get their hands on the current MAW Women's Champion, who is one half of former Women's Tag Team Champions Pain and Gain. So this gives Lilia and Gloria a chance to team up one more time for the end of the year. I realize that it's a lot of information to start the show. We already got a huge #1 contenders match booked for Cold Wind Blows. Johnny Gomez cut off JT at the start of our show just a few minutes ago and made a massive #1 contenders match for New Year's New York from Madison Square Garden. I don't even know what to say. JT's brother Austin, his 2 best friends Pat and Randy, and his arch nemesis Neos will face off in a fatal 4-way. Something else MAW doesn't do. We usually do 4-way dances, but fatal 4-way means one fall to a finish. So I can't even imagine what this is all going to be like. More matches for Cold Wind Blows, I'm sure, will be made either throughout the night or you'll just find out about them on the night as we do here in MAW. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're at home or you're here in the arena in Cleveland, Ohio. We are almost 10 minutes into the show, but due to our opening program there, we are just now getting our first match underway. Melissa and Evelyn against Pain and Gain. And look at Lilia immediately with the kicks. The most well-educated feet in the women's division, perhaps in all of MAW. You see in the top right, that 15-minute time limit clock counting down. It'll be interesting to see if one of these teams can win in 15 minutes. On MAW's very first show on YouTube, what a right hand. We had to cut a match because it went on too long. Because tag team matches just have too many interruptions and not enough 1, 2, 3s. Which is when Johnny Gomez, another big elbow by Melissa, really taking to the women's champion here. It's like she went to another gear. Well, Johnny Gomez, of course, implemented that if you're in a regular tag team match, you need a 15-minute time limit minimum. It was originally 20 no matter what, but he's changed it. There we go, Melissa with a tag. Going to give Evelyn a shot to women's champion. Gloria on the apron. Nice shoulder tackle. It's a 15-minute minimum, maybe more for title matches. But most tag matches are drop kick by Evelyn to Lilia. Our tornado tag team matches. Pretty much every tag team match this year since that incident has been a tornado, but this match ain't a regular tag team match. Oh no! Gloria's had enough. Melissa went for a crossbody. She blocked it and then headbutts her to the floor. Gloria is women's champion for a reason. Nice chop and a slam. Gloria's had the best year of any woman in MAW. We don't do any kind of awards here, but if we did, she would likely get Female Wrestler of the Year, and there's no denying it. Right off the apron, the turnbuckle, sorry. A lot going on, like I said in the opening of the show. Look at this sidewalk slam. Nope, into a backbreaker and picks her right back up. Could be looking for another dual backbreakers. Or, well, 2 in a row anyway. I guess back-to-back backbreakers. It's fun to say. Lilia back in. Melissa shaking it off there. Collar elbow tie. Melissa gets the better of it. Lilia gets caught with a shoulder tackle. But she gets right back up. Collar elbow tie up again. Melissa really trying to take it to Lilia, who took it to her at the start. Elbow. Or perhaps a forearm driven to the face. Just straight right hands. More straight right hands. Melissa really showing her aggressiveness here. It's going to be a huge match next week. Melissa, 2-time women's champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, back-to-back. Look at this, suicide dive, and she misses. That's why it's called high risk. And that's why it's called a suicide dive. And into an armbar on the floor. And of course, Melissa is a back-to-back Hell on Earth main eventer. She's main evented night 1 and night 2, not in that order. She main evented night 1 first, and then night 2 first, excuse me. I'm an idiot. I literally said not in that order. And then a year later, she main evented night 1. Spinning back kick, and Melissa may forget which city she's in. We're not in Columbus, we're not in Dayton, we are in Cleveland. We're at a count of 7 here, a double count out to kick off the show tonight, to maybe copy the end of the show last week. Count of 9. Melissa gets back in, and Melissa bumped the referee, may have stopped him from counting to 10, counting Lilia out. Melissa tried. She really did try to get in for the count of 10. It may have cost her. Lilia slams Melissa down after she tagged in Gloria, who picks her up and makes her do a moonsault. Helps her with it at least. And Melissa trying to struggle to the tag. Gloria was too busy laughing at what just happened. And look at this, Evelyn! 4-0 in singles action. Actually 4-0 in MAW period right now. This is her first non-singles match so far. Belly to belly. Side slam. Hooks the outside leg. 2. No. Remember, Gloria debuted in February in the Rumble. Evelyn debuted later on this year. She's only been here for about 2.5 months or so. Maybe not even. Let's go behind. Into a headbutt to the back of the head. So it's not like... And Lilia's the same way. She also debuted in the Rumble. As now Evelyn trying to fight off both women. It's 2-on-1. Melissa may still be recovering on the other side of the ring. Right hand by Gloria, now going after Evelyn on the floor. My point is, it's not an experience issue here. It's a strength versus speed issue when it comes to Gloria and Lilia against Evelyn. As about 5 minutes of this match have elapsed here. 10 minutes to go before the time limit is up. Nice clap across the head, around the head. There's the head scissors again. Gloria's head goes under the ring. Evelyn keeping an eye on Lilia. Melissa, on the other hand, very experienced here in MAW. Who's been here much longer. And I already went through her multiple championship accolades. Face first into the turnbuckle. And now, bam! And again, going to use Lilia as a weapon. Front suplex onto Evelyn, but now Lilia is the legal woman in pain and gain. The fans aren't happy. Lilia's too busy taunting. Melissa tagged in. May not matter though. Lilia throws her off the ropes. Oh, catches her and rolls her through. Big kick to the chest. Hooks the outside leg. There's two. The former women's champion says no. It's funny to me. That kick right to the head. Goodness gracious, that wasn't funny. But it's interesting to me, I should say, that a lot of the women that would end up in the women or female wrestler of the year would also end up in the breakout star of the year. Nice reverse by Melissa into reverse DDT. Because it has been the year of up-and-comers and newcomers here at MAW, especially in the women's division. Blue Thunder Bomb! 1, 2... No. I'd be willing to say Gloria would end up in both those categories, perhaps. Maybe even a top from Melissa. The big leg drop. Vintage Melissa Brazil. Hooks the outside leg, but I see Lilia breaking in, and this is why. MAW has a serious problem with tag team matches coming to an outright conclusion. That is why the time limits, and that's why they usually tornado tags. So interesting decision by Johnny to make this one a regular tag team match. Evelyn going to the top rope. Massive splash! The high-flying nature of Evelyn comes back through and right at 2. Lilia Baranova gets involved. Evelyn looking to be a breakout star next year, for sure. Her and Melissa getting along really well right now. They don't have any beef with each other. Johnny Gomez just thinks it'd be interesting to see how Melissa's in-ring qualities are holding up in a match against someone who is new, young, and like I said, completely undefeated, 4-0 thus far. Lilia went for a cheap shot, didn't get it. I'm not sure what Melissa's doing, maybe taking a breather. It's been an intense match. Very intense. And Melissa hits the crossbody finally, maybe just suckering the women's champion in. They've really focused on Gloria when they can. Colin elbow again, knee to the midsection. Boot to the midsection. Both women trying to hit anything on the floor here. And Gloria drops her face first on the apron. Count of 5. Another potential count-out attempt here. Nope, count of 6. Evelyn got down to go after the champ, but she got back in the ring before she could do anything. And a slap by Melissa, boot to the midsection, and a DDT just like that. Melissa coming out on top. And now Lilia's been tagged. Couple of chops by Evelyn. Slams her face first into the mat. Nothing fancy there. 1. Ooh, but only a 1. Gloria trying to recover on the floor. Snapmare. Drop kick to the side of the head. Evelyn, kick to the lower back. Colin double tie up again. Ooh, elbows. Lots of elbows. And Uranagi. The power of pain and gain. Oh, she went for maybe a spear. She got caught. Low drop kick. Uh-oh. Didn't phase her, but she was too busy taunting yet again. Cartwheel spine buster. Into a sliding clothesline. Hooks the leg. Referee, I don't think was paying full attention there. I think it was caught off guard. A 2 count. Or Gloria, you saw her in the background. Maybe she was distracting the ref briefly. I couldn't really see what was happening. 10 minutes just about has elapsed here. Evelyn, the shooting star press. And Gloria breaks it up at the last second, or at the immediate second, excuse me. That shooting star press has won every single match. I would like to apologize. I know this is frustrating to our fans, But nobody's stopping anybody from interfering. And let's be honest, if it wasn't for the interferences, this match would have been over. I'm just going to be honest, we're going to most likely go to a 15-minute time limit draw. But it is a hell of a match. Oh, wow, running front dropkick. There's no point in me getting my hopes up that we're going to see a straight-up clean win from either team here. But so far, Melissa and Evelyn are the only ones who have gotten good covers in this match. Tagged Evelyn again. Got 4 minutes left, just over in this matchup. All four women looking great. Stomp to the midsection. Hooks the outside leg again. Right next to her opponent's corner. So Gloria gets involved instantly. And Melissa this time may have had enough. Lilia as well. Look at this. Hangs Gloria up over the top, and then a suicide dive into a DDT. Now that's impressive. Evelyn drop kick to the back. Like I said, she's going to have a hell of a year in 2025. She's already had a hell of a year. Look at that. Using her foot to launch Lilia on the floor. Thought maybe she'd go in the ring to maybe let her go for a count out. Her and Melissa keep getting in each other's way. Maybe a little miscommunication. Count of 7. All four women now over in that spot. Evelyn going to get back in the ring at 8. Lilia also going to get back in the ring. Evelyn making the mistake of taunting, of playing to the crowd. Oh, what a right hand. Lilia, and now the kicks. Well, only one kick. But now look at this. Look at that. A foot all the way in the face. Lifting. Look at that. She lifted her off her feet onto the bottom rope with her foot. That is insane. Guess it's all about who does the most damage here tonight. You gotta imagine Lilia and Gloria want to make the match between Melissa and Evelyn that much more difficult next week. Again, it sucks that it has to go to a draw, but that's likely what's going to happen. It's just, we're used to it here in MAW with the tag team division. Oh, nice knee to the knee. And another one, that one to the ankle, it looked like. Working on that left leg. Tag made to Gloria Payne as she comes in the ring at just about the 2-minute warning here. And a big knee to the face by Gloria. You got to give credit to Melissa and Evelyn. They were in control the majority of this match. The last couple minutes, Gloria and Lilia have really taken it back. Short arm clothesline. Hook to the outside leg. Melissa going to pay back the favor that Payne and Gain have been pulling all this matchup. I don't think Johnny Gomez expected a winner either. We're in under 90 seconds now. I think he just wanted to give us a good 15-minute exposition between these two teams. These four incredible female superstars have had an amazing year off and on. Shot to the midsection there by Melissa. Nice double team. And now elbows. Shoulders to the midsection and a stop in the corner. We are now at 60 seconds. Well, we are now. I called it a little earlier there. Alley-oop. Kick to the back. See who's standing tall when the draw is called. Tag made to Evelyn. Interesting to do here. And look at Evelyn across the ring. It takes Lilia off the apron as Melissa picks Gloria up and tosses her back in the ring. Evelyn, I think, was going to go after her, but she changed her mind when she saw what Melissa was doing. 30 seconds as Evelyn slams Gloria's head down on the mat. Gloria is not going to let that ride. Pulled her into a side belly to belly. The crowd doesn't like it. As we hit 15 seconds. Like I said, who's going to be standing tall when the draw is called? Gloria pulls Evelyn to the middle of the ring, but Evelyn gets to her feet and Gloria with a stomp to the head. She's going to tag in Lilia, but it's too late. All four women are standing. What a match. Can't really congratulate anybody, but like I said, the two women on the left, the champ and her partner, have been kind of blurred out by the match rating screen. But the two women on the left, Melissa and Evelyn, will face off next week. And whoever wins goes into 2025 as the top contender for the Women's World Championship. There's Johnny Gomez. That's JT. But Johnny. What? Whoa. All right. What do you want, JT? Look, man. You can't be serious. Those four are for my title? You said no one was worthy. So I'm going to make sure that someone is worthy in 2025. All right? You don't have to like it, but that's the way it is. Oh, and JT, I know you said you were leaving, but you might want to hang around because tonight's main event is your former best friend, Randy Mann, against your arch nemesis, Neos Diablo. Maybe give a little preview for New Year, New York. Or go home and watch it on your TV. Have fun either way. Well, how about that for a main event? JT heading over to his vehicle and looking back at Johnny Gomez. Good Lord, what a night we got ahead of us. Well, that is a huge main event. Randy Mann and Neos Diablo, I'm pretty sure, maybe for the first time ever. And this is an interesting matchup. Okada, who we haven't seen in MAW lately, which is weird because he's our MAW Middle-earth champion, has decided to come back because he just does whatever he wants. And he kind of made an open challenge, not for the Middle-earth title, but he wants to get back into the swing of things here at the end of the year. Thanks for coming back and showing up. I know you're busy. Anyway, I'm going to stop complaining about one of the best wrestlers of all time. And the person who accepted the challenge was Eric Glass. This is a pretty interesting matchup here, to say the least. Eric Glass is a very unique competitor to take on someone like Okada, who is also a very unique competitor. Like I said, he's easily one of the best wrestlers of all time. And he's our Middle-earth champion. And our ring announcer is still not back. Hopefully they will be by our main event. JT, what did go to his car? The question is, did he leave or is he going to stick around to watch that main event? Like I said last week, after JT and Neos got double counted out and they brawled for a little while longer, Neos ran off. Randy came to the ring and, well, like I said, they did a taunt together. Randy did the suck it. JT did like a power taunt and then Randy knocked him out. And we haven't even heard from Pat. That's the crazy part. We haven't heard from or seen Pat since Hail to the King and Queen when he lost to Randy. But now he's involved in that #1 contenders match to kick off the new year. And here comes our Middle-earth champion. Like I said, we haven't seen much of him since he won the title. I mean, we've seen a defense. We saw that insane match with Pat. But he went off to do the Continental Classic on All Elite Wrestling, which he's still doing. This is not like he is out of it all of a sudden. But he decided to show up to his other job here at MAW. And he said, it doesn't matter who I face. I'll take them out no matter what. Because I am the Middle-earth champion, ... bitch. Because that's what he says now. So an incredible match on tap here. The second to last show of the year. Thank you so much for joining us here in Cleveland. Next week, we are going to the Windy City where it's going to be cold as you know what. Chicago, Illinois for Cold Wind Blows. And then, of course, in 2 weeks, Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena for New Year, New York. We hope you join us for all of the shows coming up. And of course, this show here tonight. Thank you once again for joining us. And here we go, I suppose. We are off to the races. Okada and Last. Look at Last. Okada just blocking and look, instantly tripping him into a interesting submission there. Okada, one of the most well-versed. And look at that. What is that even? It's like a clover leaf into a backbreaker of sorts. He's so innovative. And he's been doing this for like 20 years or something. I don't even know. And he continues to innovate. He continues to do things that surprise everybody, including me. Takes that last down again with a cross-arm neck breaker, it looked like. And a stomp to the arm. Lash tried running at Okada to start the match. That did not work. Okada, big elbow. Talking about somebody who's comfortable on the top rope. There's one. Lash kicks out at one. Lash is comfortable as a high flyer as well. But it won't really matter if he can't stop Okada for even a moment. And so far, this has been all Kazuchika Okada thus far. And oh, nice senton. And oh, and a right hand, and a couple of rights in the midsection, and a clothesline there by Eric Lass. What? I can't say much. This is a video game. We all know that. Nice kick to the back from Eric Lass. We arrived in Glitch City for just a moment.
Yep, there's a glitch in the Matrix.
Off the ropes. Nice flying forearm, the new vintage move here in MAW. There's a rope break. I apologize. I'm getting word here from the back that Okada will defend the Middle Earth title at Cold Wind Blows next week. I told you it was going to be a big event. Oh, what a right hand. It will either be against Eric Lass. If Eric wins this match, this is basically now what does AEW call it? A title contenders match or something like that. That's not what AEW calls it. That's basically what it is. I can't think straight right now. I'm trying to make sure I call the match while I'm also getting this information. If Okada wins, if Lass loses, then it will be one of Okada's open challenges. Oh, well, look at the arrogance of Okada. So Okada, now that he's back, will end the year defending that title. Nice suplex. Title Eliminator. Nice facebuster. That's what AEW calls it. This is now an Eliminator match. Again, if Eric Lass wins, nice senton. He'll qualify for the title match next week. If he loses, then it'll be an open challenge match. As he comes in, small inside cradle there. I don't know if Lass knows about this. I mean, you have to imagine you beat a champion, you get a future title shot, but he can get it next week. Stomping the chest there of Okada. Oh, nice forearms. Okada, one of the best strikers in the game. Speaking of striking, an insane opening contest, 15-minute time limit draw. Like I said, we all kind of saw it coming. That's how it goes here at MAW. Okada, oh, hangs him up on the middle rope. Springboard over the top into a drop kick. What athleticism, what agility by the Rainmaker. Now back to the top turnbuckle. Last in a weird position. Okada still hits the elbow. Flying across the ring. Snapmare off the ropes. Oh! I was going to do a drop kick. It was more like a single kick to the back of the head. Last rolls to the outside. Okada follows him. Stomp to the midsection. He stomped on his arm as well. Stomping on his arm again. Next week's show, building. We have the #1 contenders match for the Women's Championship. Now we have a Middle Earth title match. Okada rolls through. Last blocks. Got him on his shoulders. Drops him into a right hand. Makes him land on his feet and then punches him right in the mouth. I wouldn't be taunting if I were you. Okada back to his feet instantly. Into a JKO. Well, a TKO. I'm used to calling it a JKO. Onto his knee. A TKO spin out onto his knee. A face buster. Impressive as it comes. Lass trying to get to his feet. He may not want to do that. Okada. Uh-oh. I thought he was going for the Rainmaker. But Lass may have been playing a little bit of possum. Shot to the lower back. Go behind it. Oh, an elbow to the face. Right hand. It looks like Lass may be bleeding. I can't tell. Okada Could be looking for the tombstone pile driver. Okada uses that move quite often. Maybe not as regularly and as effectively as The Undertaker, but it is a normal move in the repertoire of Okada. German suplex into a Rainmaker. 2. No! No, another senton. Uh-oh. Not sure what Okada went to the outside for. I can't believe Eric Last kicked out of the Rainmaker, but Last is, oh, one of the best we got. Nice pump kick. Into the midsection. Couple of them. One of the longest tenured superstars in MAW. A lot of people say he's the best superstar to never hold the world title. Big knee to the face. 2. Almost bought himself a championship match next week. Spinning forearm. Okada. He may have wiped him out. Oh no, Okada right back to his feet and knocked him loopy for a second. Last. Educated feet and elbows. Big knee strike. Okada again getting back to his feet. Oh, double knees to the back. Okay, he just can't keep Okada down. Kick right to the face. Okada getting up again. Oh, no. He stopped him that time. Stomps on his arm. Eric Last could be arguably one of the best in the world as well. Just like Okada. He's showing it here tonight. Not only kicking out of the German suplex Rainmaker combo, but making a comeback. And now currently in control. Kicks to the chest. 3 of them. Maybe one to the mouth there. Okada's trying to roll over to his stomach. Last said, no way, Jose. Oh, Okada breaks out. Went for a low drop kick. Eric Last got out of the way. Off the ropes goes Last. Went for a drop toe hold again. Last saw it coming. Spins into a tie-up. Gets tossed onto the apron. Right hand by Okada. And a left. Oh no. Oh no. Back suplex onto the apron. And Okada, Last recovers again. Eric Last has been through hell in his career. He competed in and won the first ever unsanctioned match in MAW history many, many years ago. If we're counting the 2 there. Boots in the midsection by Okada with a DDT. I still can't tell if I saw blood, and if I did, where. On Last, stomp to the arm. Okada's got to come up with something to keep Last down. And a couple of straight rights, that'll do it, especially if you're busted open. Now, oh, right hand by Last. Uh-oh. There it is, the GTH. The GTH. 2. And Okada kicks out. That could not have been closer. 2 competitors in MAW do the GTH. He's the only one in the men's division that does it, and that was close. Lots of chants in the crowd. Sound like maybe fight forever. This is awesome. I don't even know. Massive knee drop to the chest. The height, the insane height that Last got on that. Man, we're coming to the end of the year here. We're pulling out all the stops. Takedown by Okada. 2 and 3. I apologize. I looked away for 2 seconds. Okada wipes out Last and comes away with the victory. So now we know next week it will be Kazuchika Okada in an open challenge match for his Middle Earth Championship. Who will he face? That is the question. And you know what? One moment. I was going back to the highlight reel to see what happened. He just tripped him. He just tripped him and got the 3. Apparently it was enough. There it is. Boom. But Okada picks up the win. Impressive outing by Okada. You got to wonder who's going to accept that open challenge. But we go from the middleweight, the Middle Earth division. That's not even a division. We go from the Middle Earth title to the Monsterweight title, or at least the Monsterweight division. You got to wonder if the dynasty is really dead. What is Alexander Winters going to do now? It looks like tonight he's going to face Gorilla Grodd. First time ever one-on-one match, as I'm pretty sure. Had a lot of those here tonight. First time ever is here on the second to last show of the year. We got that in our main event as well. And I have been informed we will make sure to have our ring announcer back by our main event here in a little while. But here comes the former two-time Monsterweight champion, Alexander Winters. We had that Meat Madness at Hail to the King and Queen, and it was insane that somehow Tank walked away with the belt, having 3 insane opponents. I'm sitting here. Again, you gotta imagine if everybody else, if the dynasty is done, for, what is Winters gonna be up to for now? Because he always hung around JT and took care of him and did things for the dynasty, but that won't be an issue moving forward, it seems. Rod, of course, the tag team partner of Neos. He's been kind of on his own the last couple of weeks. He's been working on this Monsterweight division, trying to do what he can. He is a former world's champion, held the title for 2 months. It wasn't the longest reign in MAW history. As a matter of fact, it's one of the shortest. No offense to the guy, but, you know, it is what it is. But he's trying to get back into that, while Neo seems to be focused on either the World's Championship or JT specifically. Or maybe both. Maybe he wants to be World's Champion and it's just a bonus that his arch nemesis is the World's Champion. Of course, I'll be talking about it a lot. He's involved in that huge Fatal 4-Way that was announced at the start of the show tonight. And he's involved in our main event against Randy Man. Both men don't seem to like JT very much, so they're going to face off here tonight at our closing match of the show. Carl double tie up early on. And look at this. The strength immediately on display. A fall away slam to Gorilla Grodd. I don't think anybody else could possibly do that. Winters cannot be happy about anything from this year. I mean, yes, he's a 2-time Monsterweight champion, but that doesn't change the fact that he couldn't stay Monsterweight champion, couldn't beat Austin Anderson. Now the dynasty is completely disbanded from what we know. A couple of elbows and a clap across the head there. Nice takedown by Grodd. Grodd in the corner. I think he was going to taunt a little bit, but he got splashed in the corner by Winters. Oh boy. Oh boy. Winters to the top turnbuckle. Nice elbow across the back, maybe a forearm. Winters pulling out all the stops here. Grodd, though, nice reversal, tosses Winters into the ring. Carnell will tie up. Off the ropes, tosses him into, good lord! How high did he just throw Gorilla Grodd? There's 2! Apologies if the camera was a little off for a second. A 2 count only thus far. One for a stop, missed. Collar double tie up. Winters gets the better. Going for a suplex. Toss! Oh, what a senton! Yeah, he's just taking it to Grodd right now. Kick. Apologies, I'm dealing with a lot. Grodd, I thought I was going to go for a dive there for a second. threw everybody for a loop. That would have been crazy. Got some surprising superstars that do dives in 2024. Imagine Grodd doing one. Uh-oh. Winters got him on his shoulder. Grodd with a couple elbows to the face. This match, of course, much slower paced than the rest of the show thus far. Off the ropes. And now he pops Winters up the same way Winters did to him. Not nearly as high, though. Grodd went into a different zip code briefly. And look at this! Reverse choke slam! Grodd reminding Winters that he is just as powerful, if not more so, depending. Running all the way across the ring with a splash of his own. Winters got up in the corner, and he may regret it, knee to the back. Oh, now we'll tie up again. Grodd now picks Winters up, walks him across the ring, and hangs him up over the top rope. Grodd going for a bear hug, perhaps. Didn't get it. What a right hand. That absolutely rocked Grodd. Winters returns the favor with the hang up over the top rope. Again, Winters is much taller, so Grodd had to fall a lot further onto that top rope. Right hand to the midsection. Not nearly as impactful as that right that Winters hit. I thought Grodd was gonna pass out. Off the ropes, catches him, and do a choke slam. Impressive combo by Grodd. And now flips his arm and stomps on it. Trying to work on the arm. Smart. Went for a right, missed it. Oh! Another straight right there by Winters. Into a sidewalk slam. And decides to hook the leg. One, just a one. Shoulder up almost instantly. Power elbow tie up. Picks him up again. Snake eyes this time. And now stands on his chest. A longer show here tonight due to our insane opening. A 15-minute time limit draw, tag team match, and about a 6-7 minute opening segment with JT and the general manager grabbing for a big splash. Winters rolled out of the way. Either way, we thank you all for joining us. Double underhook suplex. We still have one more match to go, a main event, elbow drop. Between JT's former best friend now and his arch nemesis. What a boot to the face. Grodd turned upside down and inside out. But he rolls out of the way. He gets caught in the same predicament. The choke into the choke slam. Grodd did that to Winters earlier. And look at this. Winters getting the crowd riled up. Caught Grodd. Grodd thought he made a mistake. He caught him and hangs him up over the top rope again. And for a stop, missed it. Grodd catches him in a quite little gorilla press. Quite literal gorilla press. What I meant to say. Runs in, catches him. Nice backbreaker into a clothesline to the back of the head, and now what? No way. Winters to the top rope. Oh my God! Just throws himself like a bomb from the top rope and only gets a 2. We haven't seen him do that move for a while. Big knee to the face. It's known as the Brutus Ball. He just launches himself, all 300 pounds of himself, into his opponent. Oh man, just chokes him and punches him in the gut. Knee to the face. Anyway, point is, Grodd was able to kick out of the Brutus Ball. I don't know if, I can't remember if Winters had a different name for it. I'm sure he did. I just can't come up with it off the top of my head at the moment. Grodd trying to recover. Oh man! What a takedown by Grodd using his whole body. Referee has begun the count. He's at 2. Grodd. Gorilla press. Oh my God! Winters crashes onto the steps. But I don't understand how Jesus. I'm so out of words right now. He recovered. He landed on the steps. His upper body crashed on the steps. Grodd tosses him across the ring again. Or up in the air and across. But we still have a main event to go. I can't believe how insane the show has been. I hope you all will join us, because I assure you, big stomp to the arm. Cold wind blows next week, and of course, New Year New York from Madison Square Garden will be even better. Again, he's got him on his shoulders, and again he hangs him up over the top rope. Almost went into Glitch City again. Tosses him across the ring. Pushes him down for the cover. And 3. Got a little distracted again. But Alexander Winters picks up a big win here tonight. The question is, what will he do next year? And without the dynasty, what are his plans? But none of that may matter. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. Because it is time for our main event here in Cleveland. There you see it. Like I said earlier, this is all based on the craziness over the last number of weeks. JT and Austin's huge main event at Wembley Stadium was soiled by the return of Neos Diablo after the show. And then last week, JT gets his hands on Neos. It's a double count out. Neos runs away. Randy comes out and then knocks out JT and claims the dynasty is dead. So Johnny Gomez, after making the match for the very first show of the year next year, they'll feature these two men and Pat Ireland and Austin Anderson, a fatal 4-way match to kick off the year to see who will be the new #1 contender for the World Championship. He also announced that this match will be taking place when he ran into JT in the parking lot. He said, "I know you're trying to leave, but maybe you should stick around and check out our main event." And this is what he was talking about, and I lied about the ring announcer. That's my fault. I keep forgetting to turn it back on. But it's main event time here in Cleveland. JT Anderson's arch nemesis heading to the ring and will face JT Anderson's now former best friend. A chance for one of these men to maybe get a little momentum. I mean, it won't matter because it's a fatal 4-way. Here in MAW, we usually do 4-way dances where it's elimination. But on January 5th, it will be a fatal 4-way. One fall to a finish. The first man to gain pinfall or submission, there are no other rules, will be the #1 contender for the World's Heavyweight Championship in 2025. The first #1 contender of the year. Neos Diablo, we'll talk about in just a second what he did. But Randy Man and Patrick Ireland, the Brotherhood. JT's two best friends were part of the dynasty. Randy faced Pat at Hail to the King and Queen when JT said that they weren't doing good enough. Randy won that match, and I suppose he feels like he's earned himself a shot at the world's title. And he feels like, well, just what Austin Anderson said, that the dynasty didn't ever do what they were supposed to, and now they're dead. As far as Neos, we know what happened. Him and JT had a hell of a rivalry this year. It all ended in that Hell in a Cell match that ended with multiple pile drivers and a flaming freaking table. And then Neos was, of course, out of action until he showed up after the main event of Hail to the King and dropped JT with a pile driver. Or a Diablo driver, I suppose. It's main event time. Two men that will be in the half, I guess, of the Fatal 4-Way main event that will take place at Madison Square Garden. First show of the year 2025. Two men that want to get their hands on JT. And the question is JT here in the building watching, or did he head home? And, well, I guess he wouldn't be back in Nashville by now. Is he watching from a hotel here in Cleveland, potentially? Colin will tell you. Again, I don't think these two have ever had a singles match here in MAW. It's a lot of firsts here tonight. This one, the biggest of them all. Randy hangs him up over the middle rope. I don't think Neos has ever faced anybody quite like Randy Man. He's faced powerhouses in his past, including his own father. But he's never faced anybody quite like Randy. Randy feels like he's got something to prove now, for sure. Stop to the arm there. Right hand, left. Another one. Oh, God. Neos is dropped with a left. And a knee to the arm. And now the neck crank. Like I said, Randy and JT may not be friends anymore, but he definitely has something to prove. And who better to prove it against than JT's arch nemesis? Well, Randy now to the top turnbuckle. Neo's trying to shake it off. Like a single arm axe handle. He didn't hit it quite right, but Neos did go down. And look at Randy now fired up. Wants to send a message to Neos. Wants to send a message to Austin and maybe even Pat. A right hand, tilt-a-whirl slam. Kick to the lower back. And a running clothesline by Randy. Hooks the outside leg. Referee gets in great position. He was out of position, but he got to the right spot. Only a 1. I'm trying to watch this as close as I can. Due to outside circumstances, big knee. I missed some key moments in the last couple of matches. Kip up by Neos. Randy was too busy getting fired up. Oh, they just kind of run into each other, center of the ring. Right hand, rights and lefts, and a boot to the midsection. Now he's got Randy hanging on the ropes. Oh, and another right. Drops Randy down, uses the rope for leverage for a stomp. Randy rolls over the bottom rope to the floor, trying to shake it off. And, oh, well, a little back and forth here. Both men trying to get out and in the ring. Right hand and then claps Randy's ears. That'll have your ears ringing. That could throw you off in a matchup. A couple of elbows to the chest in the midsection there. Went for a right hand and missed it wildly. Knee to the midsection. Another right by Neos. Neos catching Randy with these paintbrush rights. Another one. And now using the top rope to choke Randy. If there's anybody that'll use all the tactics in the world, it's Neos. Lots of kicks there. Now going to use the bottom rope for leverage again. Randy going to try to slide out of the ring. Look at Neos all fired up. Randy hanging on. Gets hung up over the top rope by Neos. And now Neos telling Randy to bring it on. Gracious. Uh-oh, Neos to the top turnbuckle. Look out! Big elbow drop from the top turnbuckle all the way to the floor. Elbows on the outside now. Referee do a 3. Randy pushes Neos off of him and then kicks at him on the floor. On the 4. I don't think Neos needs another double count out on his resume here in 2024. Last week's was a double count out. Nice right hand. Randy falls into the barricade. Count of 6. Count of 7. He'd take a count out over Randy. A win is a win. That's very much Neos Diablo's thought process, but Randy slides back in the ring. Off the ropes. Flapjack by Randy. Randy firing back up. Stomp to the midsection. He's got, oh, and a right hand. And another one takes Neos down. Uh-oh. Knee to the arm. What? Rod was just in a match with Alexander Winters. But I said he's trying to focus on his singles career. I may have been lying as he shows up out of nowhere. The roll up from Neos. But it doesn't catch Randy as off guard as he would hoped. Rod getting told to get the hell out of here. I think security is getting rid of him. Flying forearm, springboard flying forearm even, by Neos, looking for the Diablo driver. Is that enough? We've seen a lot of surprises here tonight. Randy dropped by the Diablo driver. And that is it. Rod's presence was enough to throw Randy off a little bit. The roll-up may not have done it, but the Diablo driver did. As we reach just over an hour this week on MAW, what a show we have seen here tonight. Neos Diablo picks up a huge win here tonight as he's heading to that fatal four-way in 2 weeks. Neos Diablo celebrating. Wait a minute. JT from the top turnbuckle. JT from out of nowhere. Attacking Neos Diablo. Oh, the cutter. The cutthroat. JT lays out Neos Diablo again. JT has laid out Neos Diablo again. What now? Wait a minute. That's Mr. Money in the Bank. What the hell? One of the World Tag Team Champions. What is he doing out here? This is bad news, potentially. Don't worry. This is as far as I'm going to come. I think I'm comfortable here on the stage. My fans aren't happy to see him. It's okay, JT. Don't worry. I'm not stupid enough to run down there and cash in my Money in the Bank right now. Not here to cause problems. Or maybe I am. See, I'm not here. All I'm here to do... Sorry, everybody. It's been a while. All I'm here to do is to tell you to not panic. Okay? You decided to stay in the building and watch that match. And you've got your little revenge on Neos. But I want you to stop sweating. Stop worrying. Stop panicking. Because Austin Anderson, Neos Diablo, Randy, Pat, they're not your problem. Or at least they won't be. Because I'm not cashing in my Money in the Bank right now. I'm cashing it in next week at Cold Wind Blows. You see, that's why you don't need to worry. Because you will not be walking in to 2025 as the world's heavyweight champion. I will. And then your little issues will no longer be yours. I'll walk in the new year as the champion. I'll take it away from you to close out 2024. And then in 2025, I'll take out any of your problems, any of my problems, and I will finally be the top dog in MAW. Just like that. Just like that. Neos Diablo may not be JT's problem anymore. Random Lee has announced that he is cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase next week. I guess that's going to be our main event for Cold Wind Blows. We'll see you in Chicago. And I guess we're getting this world's title match. Good night, everybody. Good Lord.